You're watching Swimming World TV. I'm your host, Brent Rutemiller, and here we are at the grand opening. Actually, the ribbon cut. No, not even that. It's the groundbreaking for the International Swimming Hall of Fame. And with it, we have the Fort Lauderdale City Commissioners, Ben Sorensen. Thanks for joining us, Ben.
You, Brent.
And Stephen Glassman.
Thanks, Brent.
This is your district, District 2.
It is.
So let's start with you. You've kind of seen this this whole facility through a lot of iterations. So. Did you ever think it was going to happen? We were going to get this thing off the ground? And
not in my lifetime, Brent. I'll tell you though, how many years I've lived on the beach. I've watched the facility. I've watched the plans. Unfortunately, I watched also some of the neglect in terms of the maintenance. But we had so many bites at the apple. That's why I'm thrilled that finally now we're getting this done. We've had so many workshops on the beach. I used to actually head the neighborhood association here, the Central Beach Alliance. So we're so familiar with this facility. We used to have a lot of our meetings here. I'm thrilled. It's a great day for the city. It's a great day.
Well, and Ben, you represent a different part of the city. What does this facility, the Aquatic Center, mean to the entire city, in your opinion? And why do you feel we need to put money into this?
Yeah, the Aquatic Center, to me, it's one of our landmarks in the city of Fort Lauderdale, and I think in the country. And the outpouring of neighborhood support of folks saying, hey, I swim there, my kids have learned to swim there. This is a institution going back generations. And so I think it's critical that we as a city not only save it, but also invest deeply in it. And the enthusiasm around this of the city commission and the mayor being able to move this forward now is just tremendous.
Well, with the groundbreaking being today, and this being, do you see this more than just a community facility? For the entire aquatic world, we see this as an international destination and a very, very important key player for major competitions. How are you supporting that type of out-of-state and out-of-country coming into here? And I'll go with you, Ben.
Yeah, sure. Well, it's an exciting time in the city of Fort Lauderdale. We are in the process of bringing a Major League Soccer team to town. We're in the process of having an NHL team practice here in the city of Fort Lauderdale, and now rehabilitating, refurbishing an international draw here, I think is critical. And I think it's up to us as a city to really maximize that draw and showcase what Fort Lauderdale is, what we offer. And when we talk about the possibilities of a high dive here, and that one of these high dives that you only see one other one in the world, I think we have the ability to bring a lot of great swimming, competitive swimming here, and international fame.
Well, we'll get back to the high dive. We're talking about a 27-meter platform, which is only one other in the world, and it would just set this apart. But getting back to the international, Fort Lauderdale is kind of known as the Venice of the United States. How does that all play into being, you got the cruise ships coming in here, you got water everywhere, the intercoastal, the Atlantic Ocean. How do you see the water, the marriage between Fort Lauderdale and the whole aquatic community?
Well, we are the Venice of America. Water is very important to our reputation, our image. It's really, get back to the international question, I'm thrilled that the International Swimming Hall of Fame is staying. I think that will be also part of the draw. A lot of people said, all of the swimming and diving have left, the meets have left, but I am so convinced that once this facility is up and running, everyone's coming back. That expression, if you build it, they will come.
Oh, yes.
I think this is a perfect example of if you build it, they will come. I'm excited about it. That's what we're known for. The history of swimming and diving on this site goes back so many years. And I think people are just eagerly awaiting for that to be part of what the city is known for again. I do.
So with that being the launching pad, and now we have 27 million dedicated to this, do you see the energy to continue for other things on this peninsula? Our building's a Hall of Fame right here is not with this initial capitalization, but we're looking to see how the community can support, even refurbishing these buildings and bringing this up to a new life with interactive elements of that. Do you think that's going to be a hard sell?
Well, Brent, I think and this is where I'm going to give you a lot of credit, is there was a lot of discussion around should the International Swimming Hall of Fame be here, should it be elsewhere? And you came on board and you've really driven a stake in the ground and saying, no, this is where it needs to be, and we've got your wonderful leadership at the helm now. And so I think that's part of what is now going to help make that case all the stronger to the community, to say, not only do we have a world-class facility here, but this is a place we really want to invest in. And finally, Fort Lauderdale, and when you look at South Florida, this is a international hub. I mean, to your point around cruise ships, folks coming in here for tourism, investing in Fort Lauderdale. This is a very natural segue into the growth and development of what happens here at the Hall of Fame.
Without a doubt. Big economic impact. Where do you have a facility like this across the street from the ocean? The Atlantic Ocean's across the street.
Tremendous.
I mean, what more can you need? As you mentioned, the cruise ships. I think once word gets out and people see the redevelopment of the Aquatics complex, I think then they'll be eager to help and assist and get the rest of this peninsula up and running, because the synergy between this building and then what's just due east of it with the Aquatics complex should be incredible. I love some of the ideas that you floated about with the boxes and getting the action right over the swimming and the diving, and I think it's going to all happen. I'm very confident that people are going to really rally around this peninsula and make it incredible.
Well, that's great. Well, success builds success, and you guys are a big part of it.
Thanks
Thanks
you,
for
Brent.
getting us
Yeah,
off to a
appreciate
great
it.
start.
Thanks,
Thank
Brent.
All right. Commissioner Ben Sorensen, Commissioner Stephen Glassman, I'm Brent Rutemiller with the Hall of Fame saying, if you want to win, first help someone else win.